Okay. Everyone has asked us, so we're going to do it. This is a little bit of Vegemite that we found, that we kind of took from the resort we stayed at Phillip Island. Like, you know how they have those little like jam things for toast? Yeah, they had a Vegemite one and we took it and we're gonna try it. And you guys are going to be the first people to see us try it.
And so we have never tried Vegemite before. This will be our first experience.
It is
on
made by
camera.
Kraft, guys. Kraft. I'm terrified.
Water bottles at the ready.
Oh gosh.
Smell it.
It smells kind of like soy sauce mixed with fish food.
This
And
smells
obviously
soy.
this is a condiment, so I don't think you're supposed to eat it like straight. It's probably like eating mustard straight, but I don't have anything to put it on, so here you go.
I don't know what people put on toast or something.
Oh, also,
Okay, so on
it
three?
looks like Nutella, in case you're wondering what it looks like. I don't think it's going to taste like Nutella, though.
Do it on 3. One. You got a little bit. I get this huge thing.
I'm too scared. I don't want it to
All
be
right,
gross.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Mm.
Oh! No! No, 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 no! Oh, this is poison!
It's so salty.
Ew! Oh god! I can't even drink water. Okay.
Oh!
Oh. That is bad. Oh.
It's way worse than I thought it was gonna be. It's so disgusting.
Who eats that? Oh.
Oh. All right.
It's got like a very chemical-y aftertaste. Oh.
Yeah,
It tastes like eating rubber salt.
that's not gonna go away anytime soon.
Never. Don't try it. Just don't.
Oh. My eyes are watering. So this video is all about food in Melbourne. And that's not a good indication of how it's been. That was detestable, but
Oh.
overall, we've had a lot of good food here, and that's why we wanted to make a video about it. It's just not good. My eyes are seriously.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
We're just gonna have to move on.
So what are some of the good foods that we've had here? I tried kangaroo after we went and pet the little guys and made friends with them. I ate one, which is a little bit sad, but the kangaroo burger that I had was really delicious.
And at that same place, I had some kind of burger that was like cheese something. I don't know what it was called. But it was like, instead of a burger, it had cheese. It was like deep fried cheese patty, which was yummy.
And then, let's see, what else have we had that's good? I've had a lot of good burgers while I was here.
We went to that Huxtable place.
Oh yeah, we went to Huxtaburger,
Yeah,
which they have burgers named after characters on the Cosby Show,
which is cute.
which is great, and everybody really loves that here. It's a big deal.
Apparently they haven't tried the tofu burger that they have because it's gross.
Yeah, my burger was delicious. Kelley's was not.
It was like a sloppy, wet chunk of tofu on a bun. And it like made the bun soggy. Not a good experience.
I have had a pie. Apparently meat pies are kind of a thing here, which
Yeah.
is essentially we would just call it a pot pie, only they're a lot more common.
Is it like
people just eat
pocket
them.
shaped though? Like, because people eat them like not with like a spoon and a fork. They just like eat it, right?
Well, yeah, you could eat. I ate mine with a fork, but it's a little thing that you
Okay.
could just pick up and eat, but it's really messy. It's full of like stuff on the inside. Like mine
Okay.
had steak and cheese on the inside, so a fork is preferred, I think, for some kinds.
Yeah, when we've talked to people in Melbourne about like what Australian food is, they basically just say it's just ripping off everyone else's food because they do a really good job of making like food from everywhere, which is why we've been eating a lot of like Asian food and Thai food and things like that. But they have said that pies are a very Australian thing, which is true because everywhere we go we see pies.
Right.
There's this place called Pie Face that's like
It's
on every
everywhere.
corner, kind of like McDonald's is at home, and that's where you had pie, right?
Yeah, that's where I
I'm
had
still
pie.
kind of recovering from that gross taste.
Another crazy thing that I had, we went to this restaurant and I had octopus tentacle, and
Ew.
it's exactly what it sounded like. When it was set in front of me, it was a big around octopus tentacle.
And it was like chopped up.
several
There's like a
chunks
bunch
of
of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them on a plate.
They still had the
I wish
little,
I had
like-
gotten photos or video or anything, but I didn't. And so it had like suction cups all over it.
Bleh.
And so it was really bizarre. I was like, wow, that is octopus right there.
Yeah, like we were at a restaurant with like other people, so I was trying not to like kind of freak out. But like they set the plate down in front of Josh, and I was just like, what is that?
But it turned out that it was delicious. It was one of the best things that I've had. And I expected it to be really fishy, but instead it was savory. It was almost steak-like. And it was so delicious. It was so good. I want more right now, especially after that crap. It was really good.
What did I have at that restaurant? I had a mushroom souffle with like fondue that you pour into it, which is very fancy looking.
I don't know, have we talked about our crepe place?
I think we talked about it on Facebook a little bit, but I don't think we talked about it in video form.
We found a crepe place that is like our favorite little spot that we just kind of go to when we want a little snack.
Which we should go to after we make this video so we can get
what's it called?
out of our mouth. La Petite Crêperie.
La Petite Crêperie. Obviously, we can't speak French.
Fancy.
But it's essentially what they have here is these little newsstands that are kind of these cylinders that aren't much bigger than this area here, and then they open up. And then people sell news out of them. These people were clever, and they turned one into... They sell newspapers, not news. They sell you the news. That's essentially what they do. But these people sell crepes out of one.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to watch them kind of pour out the stuff, and then they make it into a circle. It's a really cool process to see them make the crepes.
Yeah, and they have like a bunch of different flavors, and it's actually fairly well priced for Melbourne Food. Like you get a big giant crepe, and they kind of fold it in fourths and put it in a little
toasty and warm and delicious. It's chilly here, so a warm
it's really
crepe just
cold
really
lately.
hits the spot.
It's like 50 degrees outside.
And I keep getting the salted caramel one, which is so good.
And I keep getting the one with strawberry jam because it's delicious.
Really good. Another thing we've been doing is intentionally trying things that we go to a lot in America or I've experienced in America. It's kind of...
Just because it's fun to see the difference.
Right. Some people like cringe at that, like, oh my gosh, you went to McDonald's when you were in another country.
You could have had all this great food.
Right, when we were in our Europe trip, like people really discouraged
We've been here for a month, like we've eaten plenty of food. It's okay if you go to McDonald's once just to see if it's different.
Yeah, I like to see how they're different, and they're all very different. Like, for instance, McDonald's, the McCafe thing is really big here. So
Huge.
They sell like a lot of them have this like almost standalone cafe that looks almost like a Starbucks inside of a McDonald's.
Right, and we even saw once that's just a McCafe, like
Yeah.
not a McDonald's. They didn't sell like French fries and stuff. It was just coffee.
And then they have one of those little...
Macaroons. They have macaroons that they sell at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I really want to try one, and I bet it'll be the best one we've had here. It'll be weird. They have like chocolate cake and muffins and like all these little like baked goods and stuff, kind of like Starbucks does.
And Burger King is here, but it's called Hungry Jack's.
Which is
interesting.
confusing because you'd think that it would be Jack in the Box, but it's not. It's
Yeah,
like
we
the
thought it was
Burger
Jack in
King
the Box at
logo.
first, but it's Burger King.
And they have like a Whopper.
Right, they have Whoppers and stuff.
I got a veggie patty on my Whopper there, which I think you can get at home too, but I'd never tried it. It was actually pretty good.
I got a bacon cheeseburger, and bacon here is completely different. It's more like just a slice of ham, almost like Canadian bacon. It's not like what we know as breakfast bacon at all. So when you get a bacon cheeseburger, it's not at all what you think you're going to get.
Which even someone that you work with noticed, like Cyan, she was saying that like they just don't have American bacon here, and it makes her sad.
Let's see. Some of them we've not been to yet, but they look different. Like KFC has like the kind of original recipe kind of chicken, but it seems like it's more advertised as a chicken sandwich kind of place. So the sandwiches are a big deal. We've heard about Wendy's being here. We haven't seen it, but apparently it's more of an ice cream place.
Kind of like Dairy Queen.
I don't even know if they have burgers. It's an ice cream place.
And I don't know if it's actually the same like
it could be a different
Wendy's
Wendy's. I'm not sure.
or
We
the
haven't
red
seen
hair
it.
girl.
What else have we been to that's back home? Subway is here, but Subway is almost identical. Like all the sandwiches are the same, but instead of like potato chips, you can't get potato chips. They give you yogurt, which is weird.
And also, that's just another, not necessarily from place to place, but just a difference overall. Yes, they do call French fries chips, but they also call what we call chips.
Which is very confusing.
Very confusing. Like, I went to a restaurant and I asked if I could get, what was it? Oh, it was when we were at that
it was a Mexican restaurant, so you got
and
chips.
instead of getting rice, because they said that the rice had tomatoes in it, and obviously I have a tomato allergy, so I didn't want that. The lady offered, oh, would you like some chips to replace that? I said, sure, and then she walked away, and I realized, I don't know what I'm getting. Like, I would think it's a Mexican restaurant, so I'm getting tortilla chips or something, but she came back with a bowl of French fries, so it's very strange, because when you order it, you don't really know what you're going to get, if you're going to get potato chips or French fries, which they got around, obviously, like any England and everywhere over there, they have crisps and chips, but here they're kind of
both
calling them
chips.
the same thing, which is strange.
And French fries are kind of a big deal there. They have like lots of standalone French fry stands, and lots of
Yeah.
people walk around with just eating their
Which we
their
haven't
chips.
we haven't tried yet. That Lord of the Fries.
Lord of the
place.
Fries. We're gonna try it.
Yeah.
They have lots of different sauces like we had in Amsterdam, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Some of my favorite local fast foods. One of the things I've been really missing is Chipotle. I love Chipotle burritos. Kelly and I go there like once a week or more.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. But we have this Chipotle addiction, and so I didn't think I'd be able to get anything like that here. But we actually found a place very close to where we live called Mad Mex, and they sell Chipotle-style burritos. So it's not exactly the same, but
It's not the same, guys.
it's they don't taste as good, I'll tell you that. But it's close enough that it makes me happy.
You can
This
just
is
trick
like-
yourself into thinking it was a very bad day at Chipotle.
Right. It's like, here's Chipotle, here's Qdoba, and then here's Mad Mex somewhere down here. But it's still, it's still a pretty good burrito, and it's a Chipotle style burrito as opposed to like a Mexican restaurant style burrito. So
Yeah.
it makes me happy. There's this place called Schnitz that I really like.
Oh yeah, that place is actually really good.
Schnitzel is a big thing here. And
Yeah, there's
essentially-
schnitzel everywhere. Like Subway has a schnitzel sandwich.
Yep, it's true. So yes, basically most of the best food that we've had is definitely local kind of places and not the sort of American places. I would like to see a Schnitz come to the U.S. because I really like that place.
Yeah, that place is good.
We noticed that it's a lot like California, and that some of the best places that you find on the internet, when you go and find them in real life, they're down these creepy dark alleys. I think we talked about this in another video, actually.
Yeah.
There's typically not a sign, and you don't know where it is, and it's really hard to find.
Yeah.
I think it's just because if you live in such a big city, then you almost don't need much advertising. Like, the
Right.
place is going to be full no matter what, because
Yeah.
there's a million people outside the door.
Yeah. And it seems weird that we're having like a whole video just to talk about food, kind of.
But we love food.
Not just that we love food, but that really is like a big deal in Melbourne. Like when you ask people what to do, they're like, well, go to a footy or some sporting event like that, and eat food. Like they're just like, go down the alleyways, find a cool place, and eat there.
Eat a pie.
Yeah, go eat a pie. So that's kind of like, I don't know, a reason why we're making the video, because that's a huge part of Melbourne. So if any of you ever feel like coming to visit Melbourne, it'll be a pretty big part of your trip as well.
Yeah, and we've had lots of good food from all over. We've had Asian food that was delicious, Italian food.
Yeah,
All
you
the
had some
good things.
curry, it was good. Just don't try Vegemite because it's nasty.
That's gross.
It's nasty.
You should definitely try it because it's fun. All right, so we'll see you around.
Bye.